second string, but we don't never sit the bench. Rising stars of the radio, now watch as we ascend. Second string telling the truth, there's no need to take offense. Grant J. Logan in the booth, so you better pay attention.
Good morning, Corvallis. You're listening to Second String Sports on 88.7 FM KBVR Corvallis. Back again for our second installment, second episode of the finale season, spring term. And we're back in the full lineup. We do have Noro Jeff in the booth.
It was not Noro.
Hashtag Noro Jeff.
Hashtag no Noro Jeff. I was not Noro. I'll just debunk all the rumors right now. It was not Noro. I'm calling it food poisoning.
Again, a thing a norovirus
Noro
patient would say, but...
Well then, we agree to disagree.
The fans are, however, happy that you are back, so...
Yes, they are. As they should be.
What do we have? We have a packed show today. As we said last week, the NBA playoff lineup is officially announced, so we're going to go through in a bit towards the end of the show and give our official picks for the playoffs on the East and the West, and keep track of that for the rest of this term. So,
there's a bunch to talk about.
We got
much.
that.
NFL trade.
We got some
Kobe, Golden State.
The Kobe final legacy. Jeff has a little tear-filled segment coming up for you guys.
I don't know if I'll cry. I won't cry today. Let's just say Wednesday night was pretty bad. I cried a lot.
I just let the tears flow.
So I didn't think it was gonna happen. I didn't think I was gonna cry. Oh, thank you for that. But I start watching the intros and they show that tribute video and it just boom, just hit me. And I'm like, damn, I'm never gonna watch Kobe play again. And I've been watching Kobe play since I was 3 years old. And it just hit me. And then man, the end of the game, those last 3 minutes, also rough. Beginning and the end were just rough periods for me watching the Lakers.
Man.
I thought I was going to get Jeff saying he cried on Snap.
It's sentimental right there. Really, truly is.
Jake, I'll record it again. I'm not afraid to say that I cried. I've just said it on radio.
That's true. If anyone else is listening that is a fellow, I would say hardcore Laker, probably not as hardcore as Jeff. I don't know how many Lakers we have listening, honestly.
People aren't... Unless you grew up in LA, you're really not going to understand the full magnitude of what Kobe meant and what that moment was on Wednesday night. Like, you're really not... You really can't understand it unless you grew up in LA and you were there. So if you grew up in LA, you know what I'm talking about.
When was the last... Laker game that you saw in Staples?
Okay. Last Laker game I saw was my freshman year of college. I watched Kobe play the New Orleans Hornets, and it was when the Hornets had Marco Bellinelli. They didn't have Anthony Davis yet, so this was like really bad.
Chris Paul Hornets?
No, Chris Paul was gone. He was on the Clippers at that point.
Okay.
But they had Jason Smith. I think Al-Farouq Amino was there, and Marco Bellinelli. But it was Kobe's worst shooting game of all time. He had like 6 points or something going into the fourth, and like worst statistical shooting game. And then the fourth quarter starts and he scores 11 straight points and finishes with like 20 something. And that was like the most amazing thing to me, is just Kobe, no matter how the game is going, Kobe just keeps shooting and it just clicks, like something just clicks, and 11 straight right out of the gate to start the fourth. Lakers take the lead, and man, it was great.
A little background sound effects there.
Best Kobe
some remodels going on in the studio.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on back there. It's really crazy.
Logan McGinnis, certified contractor.
All right, so we'll have the full Kobe discussion coming up in a little bit, but we have that. We have the Warriors. We have NBA playoffs, and let's just say this is pretty much an NBA basketball dominated show today. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like the best time of the year. It's playoffs. It
Yeah,
has to be a dominating.
Anything else?
NHL playoffs, of course.
And NHL playoffs.
Which
That happened last night. I watched a little bit of it.
That is the best playoffs to watch.
It was Kings were playing last night.
God, I don't want to get into that, but
Yeah.
I watched that game, and
Yeah.
I was hydrated watching that game, and it was disappointing.
Also,
Stay
a
hydrated.
separate breaking news, even though we already knew it was coming, it has officially been approved that there will be advertising on the NBA uniforms in the 2017
Yeah, they get
2018 season.
NBA teams get one
I hope it
advertisement
does.
on there. I knew, like, everybody
I think
knew
it's a
it was
pathway
coming.
to something bad.
Yeah, you're kind of jumping down that rabbit hole now.
Yeah, because eventually.
We don't want to turn into
what's stopping you?
WNBA.
Yeah, what's stopping you from getting 2 to 3 on there? And
Yeah.
I think it just overpower. If you put it on there, then we already see so many advertisements through, like, if even inside the arena, or if you're watching on television, you watch ESPN, you're watching Kia, you're watching, and you're already overloaded with advertisements already, just in the world.
Yeah.
And to even just have it on NBA jerseys it's gonna be maybe overwhelming at first, just to like watch and be like, dang, they're just. Well, I think we'll adapt. I think it's just an adaptation that we're gonna eventually, like, it's gonna bypass, and it's just in years future, and it's gonna be just a normal thing. But for right now, it's just something that it's ridiculous, and we're just gonna have to get over.
Well, I think it's really gonna depend on, like, how big of the advertisement it is and where they put it. Because if they do it like soccer and it just takes up the whole chest
for now, but yeah,
then
WNBA boost mobile.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna have a big problem if it's like Portland Trailblazers sponsored by Kia and it's a big thing across the chest.
If it's like a small little patch in the corner,
if it's like the All-Star game where they had that little Kia patch, I don't like it, but I don't have a huge issue with it.
I think that's what it's gonna be.
No, it is. It's a small patch in the left shoulder. Real question is, though, will you be happy with the brand that chooses to, represent your team? Because what's the worst brand that you can imagine to be on a Lakers jersey?
God, I don't know. Anything endorsed by Nick Young. I don't know. I mean, well, that's kind of the other thing. How are the sponsorships? How's that going to work?
Yeah.
Is it team to team where the team can create their own deal?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's team to team.
So what if
it's going to be a sponsor that the team already possesses?
What if Adidas contract with NBA is going away? What if Adidas like, hey, we want to pay what's a random team that could take a lot of money?
Portland, for example. Damian and
one of their main
they're
athletes.
based in Portland too.
Yeah.
They are a Portland-based company.
Yeah. So what if that happens? Where it's
just
like,
weird.
I want to put Adidas on there.
I don't know the collective bargaining agreement and
that
the
might
deal.
not be allowed.
And the deal, I'm sure there's some sort of deal
even know
between
if they would
Nike
want
and the NBA where Nike says, all right, we're going to make your jerseys, but you can't put Under Armour can't get a sponsorship on there, or Adidas can't do that.
Yeah.
Or Puma or
That'd be
Reebok,
so
whoever
funny,
else.
though.
I don't think they're going to allow them to do that. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, take the Hornets for example. The Jordan brand is a sponsor of the Hornets. So is Jordan allowed to put his Jumpman logo on there?
It's his team.
But Jordan brand is part of Nike, so that's kind of a gray area that you enter in now.
I would like that.
It'd look weird though, a swoosh on one side and a Jumpman on the other. I don't know.
I always kind of think of them together.
Yeah.
So I like. It would be a little bit weird at first, but I don't know.
Are we going to pool together our money to get a second string logo on the team? Maybe like the 76ers?
We don't have a logo.
I think we could get it on the Phoenix Suns.
We could forge. I'd forge a logo for this.
We could put one on the Suns. They don't seem like they got a whole lot going on.
Yeah, there we go. I like that.
Like we
Second
could,
string
have a lot
Suns.
more going on.
we
in the
get
76ers.
like $83 together. I think we got a sponsorship on there.
No, the 76ers would take $83. I'll tell you that.
No, it takes $76.
True. Soundbite.
Dad jokes. All right. Wow. That works.
Wow, that was kind of weak. I could hear it from here.
That works.
All right, so just before we move on as well, some more news this morning. We say his name a little too much on the show, but Johnny Trashzell is officially accused by his landlord of trashing his mansion and leaving cocaine everywhere. So,
Who was the other? Was it Jalil Okafor or
It was Nerlens.
was it Nerlens Noel? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't. I get my 76ers confused.
Yeah, because no one cares.
76ers big man. There's just so many. How can you keep
was it
track
Joel
of them?
Embiid? I don't remember. Maybe Johnny and Okafor should just go live together.
yeah, I hope Johnny dies.
Okay.
Whoa.
You're taking it a little far there.
I don't care.
All right.
Jake doesn't really have a soul for living life.
I don't want,
Especially cats.
yeah, I'm with you there. I don't like cats.
Like I was just telling Logan the other day, like,
Not a big cat guy.
if a cat gets hit by a car, do you feel sad?
Oh, no. No.
Do cats serve any purpose in life?
No. I mean, except for like lonely middle-aged women. But other than that.
They're a terrible creature. They shouldn't
is
exist.
taking such a
or
weird
like
turn.
creepy middle-aged men. So basically, if you're creepy, I shouldn't even say creepy. If you're just middle-aged and kind of living by yourself, you probably have a cat.
Johnny Manziel needs a cat.
No, he doesn't have a cat. I bet he has
That'd
like.
tame him.
I'll bet you he has like an ocelot or some sort of like form of a cat, but like
What,
exotic
You
cat,
probably have like some sort
What
of
the
snake.
heck is an ocelot?
like a wild cat.
Nah, Johnny Manziel would have a
Animal Time
snake.
with Jeff.
Yeah, dude.
Johnny Manziel would probably have like an anaconda.
Yeah, exactly. Something.
Yeah, I could see him being a big
Yeah.
snake guy.
Yeah.
Like, going to a party like, hey guys, check out my snake. This is my anaconda. Trying to like pick up girls with that because he's got a euphemism with it.
Wow.
This is taking a really odd turn early on in the
Really?
show.
Only 20 minutes in, we're already spiraling down.
Well, you're the one who recommended anaconda.
You're the one who recommended ocelot.
Ocelot is far more tame than an anaconda.
I didn't even know that was a word.
It's a cat. Look it up.
All right.
I'm looking it up.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Sound it out.
I think I got it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, see, it's a
Ocelot.
cat.
As a dwarf leopard.
See, isn't that something that
It's a dwarf
that
leopard, Jeff.
Isn't that something that Johnny Manziel would have though?
A dwarf leopard?
That's right up Johnny Manziel's alley.
Yeah, kind of. I can see
he
it.
would have an ocelot.
He'd be
Big
like, hey, look,
ocelot
I
guy.
won the Heisman. Yeah, big ocelot guy.
I'm still just dying at the fact that ocelot was just cracking your mind today.
Dude, it's just there. The mind of Jeff is an interesting place.
Yeah.
I'd hang out.
I'd live. All right. Before we go down this path again, let's start in. Want to talk about the Warriors Lakers before we do our full playoff section of the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Oh, before we do move on, quick shout out to the Beavs draft last night as well.
I had a problem with ESPN actually.
what?
They were just really slow on getting to it because
No, we are talking about the WNBA draft, correct?
yeah. I had a problem with ESPN doing that yesterday.
I thought he was gonna have a punchline, but
So
No, I'm just making sure here so I'm on the same page.
I
and
saw
know
it
what
was
we're talking
like
about.
12 picks in, so I decided I was like, I probably should just tune in and watch. Kind of kept it in mute and kind of looking at it. They were talking to Brianna Stewart for more than half the time. I have a problem
Whoa.
with ESPN. I know, but
I mean, she won 4 national
I
titles,
know.
4 player of the. She's basically the greatest women's college basketball player of all time.
I'm just gonna say they could have made the draft showing a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
I guess, but how into the
I don't know.
WNBA are you personally? Like,
Oh, I'm not interested in WNBA. I was just interested in the draft picks. That was my problem because they didn't even really talk about the 2 draft picks of Weisner and Ruth. But still, congrats to
well,
them.
I mean, to be fair, we're not Connecticut. We don't
Sure.
have the commercial appeal of UConn as in the WNBA community.
yeah, but
you know?
I was excited. I was only excited just to watch that. But
Definitely. Weisner went 17 and Hamlin went 18. So that's
Yep.
cool.
Connecticut and Dallas.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know Ruth went to
Connecticut.
Dallas.
Jamie, big trade. Connecticut from the Los Angeles Sparks, and then Ruth Hamlin to the Dallas Wings. Better get your jerseys now, guys. They're going like
swooping.
they're selling like hotcakes.
Jake?
I'm tweeting the live link to the show so people can listen.
Come on, we're a big WNBA group here.
I mean,
I really want to break
congrats
down
to
the
them.
WNBA, guys. Come on. Seattle Storm with Brianna Stewart. Like, let's break this down, guys.
I'd watch Jeff in the WNBA.
Oh, I'd dominate the WNBA.
I can see Jeff being a head coach in the WNBA.
Oh man, I'd love it. That'd be great.
Actually, yeah, I can honestly see that.
I'd get that Seattle Storm franchise at least 2 titles.
If you're a Storm head coach right now, what's your game plan, Jeff?
Get the ball to Brianna Stewart and everybody get the hell out of the way.
It's pretty good.
It's a solid game plan.
that's good.
You got Sue Bird still, I believe. She's a WNBA player.
If you played in the WNBA, what would your female name be?
I don't know. I've thought about that. Like, I shouldn't say thought about that a lot, but like,
Jeffina?
guy and girls, you kind of have like female and feminine names. With Jeff, you don't really have like a feminine name. I mean, same with Grant too. Like G's, you don't really have a whole lot of girl names that start with G's.
Gretchen?
I guess.
Gertrude.
How many? You had me with Gretchen, but how many Gertrudes do you know? Gertie.
Grant is little Gertie. Yeah, Grant's Gertrude.
Or like Logan. I mean, I don't know a female name for Logan.
Lagetha?
No, you're just
Logatha?
Lagetha.
Jacqueline.
What
For
about
Jake.
me? There's like,
Jacqueline. Jackie.
Jackie.
Jackie. What were we talking about?
We were talking about the WNBA.
Sorry, WNBA. This is what you guys do
We
to
need
us.
Jenna on the show to talk about the WNBA.
Yeah, we need a different female perspective to tame the mood.
Sure.
But yeah, congrats to Ruth and Jamie.
Yeah,
That's cool.
seriously. When does their season start?
I think the summer.
Yeah, it's like
I think WNBA is like starts June, right?
Yeah, I think they start after the NBA playoffs.
And then like
I can't imagine they're going to try and compete with the NBA playoffs.
October, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll be at those Sparks games. I'm getting my season tickets.
The thing that I was just like thinking though is I'm kind of surprised Ruth like went WNBA route. Like
why not?
Yeah.
I could just picture her being a nuclear scientist.
Oh, she
instead.
is.
but
No, but like doing that.
She probably will be doing it.
I think she will.
She probably do both.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, you don't really make a living off the WNBA.
No, yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm saying.
assuming she's going to
Okay,
have
yeah,
some
she'll probably
sort
do
of
both.
like second job in the off season. You know, in the WNBA.
kinda have to, 'cause
I
like-
know a lot of those WNBA players. If you're good enough, you go play overseas in like Russia, and there's a lot of international leagues for women. But I mean, we don't know how good Ruth can block shots, so I'm assuming she'll have a long career in the WNBA because she can play defense and block shots.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
on the side, do a little nuclear fusion. No big deal. No big deal.
Fuse a few molecules,
Yeah.
you know, go to the moon.
Yeah,
Some basic stuff.
yeah,
Ride some horses.
sure. Canadian Hammer, man. She could do it all.
She loves the horses.
I-
Big equestrian club goer.
Good for her. Didn't know we had an equestrian club.
I could see Jeff riding a horse
Oh
majestically.
no.
Yeah, I can see Jeff being like kind of a cowboy style.
Cowboy maybe, but like
Yeah.
equestrian, no.
No, that's what I'm saying. I can
I
see
could
you being like cowboy
legitimately
style.
see Cowboy Jeff.
Yeah, I could see it. Wrangling up
The
some.
LA
I'm not
Cowboy.
gonna roll it. I'm not gonna rule it out.
Right. Wrangling up some
Southwest
cows.
Cowboy.
The what?
Yeah, wrangle up some cows.
Yeah.
yeah.
No doubt, dude.
Cowboy Jeff.
Yeah.
Hashtag Cowboy Jeff.
We can start it.
Yeah.
You started Noro Jeff last week. Let's
a-
start
a
Cowboy
new
Jeff
I'm
this
gonna
week.
tweet
Hashtag
hashtag
every
Cowboy
week.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a new Jeff hashtag every single week.
I'm down. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
do a Twitter poll.
Hashtag,
Can you see at G-Lo show
Can you imagine
being a cowboy?
at
I can do it. I can be like John
Do a
Wayne.
show.
You know, have like my little 6-shooter, little cowboy
I can
hat.
see it. I can see
Yeah.
it.
It'd be pretty cool being a cowboy. So we've talked about like no sports today, but we've had some really great side conversations.
We have.
After
And-
one of the most
Yeah.
unbelievable NBA days in history.
Yeah.
It was what a day.
I think you could say it was the best day in regular season
We said-
history in the
yeah.
NBA.
I mean, we kind of talked about it, but
We kind of talked
All
about
right.
it. Kind of talk
Warriors.
about the Lakers. Warriors.
Kobe.
Let's
Let's start with the Warriors.
Well,
let's dive in.
I think it was just kind of funny that the Warriors win record got put aside almost just
it
for
was
Kobe.
dwarfed.
Yeah, it was.
And no one really cared about the Warriors game, and everyone
Yeah.
was like Kobe, like because it was way more entertaining at that point in the games.
Definitely.
'Cause
Where
I mean, it was like the Warriors have won 72 games this year, and this is Kobe's last game.
yeah,
Right.
They
I mean,
did,
like me and Grant talked about this in class the other day. Like, you turned on that Warrior game, and the Warriors got it. They got out to that quick lead,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, what's the point of even watching now?
Yeah.
You know, at least for
We've seen
me.
this so many times this year. That's
Yeah.
why they're
Yeah.
so good.
They did a Twitter analytics of people talking about the Kobe game and people talking about the Warriors game, and there's like I think 5.6 million tweets about the Kobe game and only 400,000 Warriors
Yeah.
tweets.
There's something like I think it was on First Take, but it was like the top 10 hashtags for that night, and 9 of the 10 were related to Kobe, and then like the
Kobe
one was
broke
just,
Twitter.
was just Steph Curry.
yeah.
you know?
He broke the Lakers Twitter account.
Did you
Yeah.
see that? The Lakers Twitter account didn't exist for like 20 minutes. Like
Yeah.
at Lakers wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
because Kobe.
Wow. That's crazy.
Kobe's got that kind of power. I mean, I don't know if you saw. I mean, I was watching all the pregame, like the Sports Center stuff, and just all the people out in front of the stadium who didn't even have tickets. There was, I mean, thousands of
It
people.
was like a parade.
Yeah, it really was. It was like, it literally looked like the Lakers had just won a championship.
That's what Nick Young said. Like they had the champagne.
Yeah, don't worry about Nick Young.
True.
We don't worry about him.
When do you think the Kobe statue is going to be put up?
Probably this offseason.
No, because Shaq's getting a statue next. So I doubt they would greenlight it and get it ahead of Shaq. Probably next season, the year after maybe. I mean, I'm sure they're going to give it some time to kind of, percolate, let people kind of forget Kobe, and then bring him back when we're winning like 30 games.
Do they retire both numbers?
That's an interesting one. I think they do, because he's got 3 with number 8 and 2 with 3 championships with number 8 and 2 with 24. I mean, I would do it, and because I mean, let's say you just retire 24, then you got some kid who's going to come in and wear number 8. That just doesn't look right, I think you got to do both.
I think you do one. I think you do 8. I think you do what it started off, what he won most championships with. Probably some of the better times was with number 8, I would have to say.
It's interesting. I mean, he definitely won more with number 8, but he was a better player when he wore 24. He won his MVP with 24. So I don't know. The best Kobe I ever saw was when they lost to the Celtics in the finals and he won the MVP. That was the best Kobe I've ever seen, and he was wearing 24 then.
Maybe they should just. I think they should just do one. I think it would make more sense.
I bet you. I think they'll do 2, just because of the whole fanfare with Kobe. You saw on the court they had the 8 and the 24 on the court.
The thing. Like you saw the presentation, and it was over the top.
Exactly.
They're not going to probably take this very lightly.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah,
definitely.
I agree that I think 1 is probably enough, but I don't think that's what they're going to do.
But it's also a interesting situation, because how many players are there who really have 2 numbers and have been so great with 2 numbers? It's not something you face every day.
Yeah.
They're
not going to...
Someone like D'Angelo would probably switch his number to 24.
I don't think he'd do that. He's already hated. I don't think he...
Did you see
I shouldn't say hated, but he's already pretty low on the likability meter there. I don't think he'd do that.
Did you see the pics of him Snapchatting away in the locker room, the Kobe?
No.
Yeah, that was funny.
He's back at it.
It's kind of a joke.
Back at it again.
Oh, God.
But anyways, that game, that was
60
unbelievable.
points, Laker win.
Yeah, we kind of just blew by the Warriors as well.
Yeah, true.
Don't care.
Well, because like Grant said,
Nothing really to say. They're
there's
going
really
to
nothing.
sweep
They're
the
good.
playoffs.
They're
super
really good.
Yeah.
They're really, really good, and they blew out the Grizzlies.
Is this the Steve Kerr effect?
I mean, you can talk about it. Steve Kerr is on both teams,
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm
it's
saying.
definitely
Steve Kerr
It's definitely
just-
something. He's definitely a part of it.
He knows how to win.
Yeah, I think maybe even Steve Kerr had more of a factor than MJ. Who knows?
Yeah.
Is Steve Kerr better than MJ? Question mark.
As a player.
Yeah,
I can see the headline
Yeah,
on ESPN already. Steve Kerr better than MJ? Question mark.
better legacy.
Better legacy, Steve Kerr or Michael Jordan?
That could happen.
I can see it.
ESPN would do.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'll happen. I will make the bold prediction that within the next, if the Warriors get to the finals, that article comes out. Who has the better legacy, Steve Kerr or Michael Jordan? Or something like that.
Some sort of absurd headline like that.
Probably coming out of
And I'll
like a San Francisco Times.
The Dallas Star.
no, it'll come out of ESPN. It'll be like it'll be someone like it'll be like Chris Broussard. Broussard will have the comparison and say like, and somehow bring
what
it back
the
to like
heck is so funny?
Logan's just dying over here.
The Dallas Star.
What? It's a paper.
No, that's the hockey team. The Dallas Stars are the hockey team. You're thinking of the Dallas Morning News. Know your local papers, son.
Dallas Stars.
Pretty sure I've seen the Dallas Stars.
Or the Fort Worth Press Telegram.
Why would
Come on, Jake.
It's just the Dallas
It sounds
Star.
like Jeff
This
knows
is
his
funny.
Oh, I know my local papers.
What's the
name one?
Cleveland Plain Dealer.
What the heck?
what's the
Jeff is the Rain Man of papers.
San Francisco Chronicle.
what about Miami?
Miami Herald.
What about?
That's true. I knew that.
Rhode Island.
Providence Journal. Actually, you can Google that. I'm pretty sure it's the Providence Journal.
How about Houston?
I don't know Houston. There's not a whole lot of stories that break out of
Pittsburgh.
Houston. Pittsburgh Times Gazette.
I don't think any of us have any idea if these are right.
I don't know
believe
Austin. You can Google it. I'm
No,
telling you.
I believe you. That's what I'm saying.
Oklahoma City.
I don't know. You got me with Oklahoma City. Like the Oklahoma City
Pretty
Register or
impressive.
something.
I didn't know you knew all these.
I don't know. You just watch enough sports and you get these sources and it just kind of sticks. I don't know where it came from.
Side note on the polls, we only have 2 votes, but they are both yes. Yes, people can imagine Jeff Lowe being a Cowboy. Hashtag Cowboy Jeff.
I dig it.
I haven't voted, so maybe I have to go out.
Increase the yeses.
I voted yes.
Oh, there it is. There's one of the votes.
Well, I was the other one, so.
Well, there we
So,
go.
to almost, so pretty much no
Well,
one.
that's that.
So we've decided. Trying to think of another super obscure paper.
Dallas Star.
Lay it on me.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a really random city. Boise.
I don't know. Well, they don't have a pro sports team. I mean, how am I gonna have
Yeah, you got to go with the big cities.
True. Chicago.
Chicago Sun-Times or the Chicago Tribune? I believe they have 2.
How about Boston? There's a couple.
Boston Globe and the Boston Herald.
There you go.
We can move on.
Jeff doesn't want to be prodded anymore. His
I'm
newspaper brain is
on
hurting.
a high right now. I'm just kind of get off on a high note before we start naming real random cities, and I just start.
I feel you.
Not getting.
You want to ride the highs and
Want to
keep the
retire
highs
on
high.
top?
just ride the wave.
Peyton style?
Yeah, sure.
His nemesis.
Yeah.
Peyton haunts every waking minute of Jeff's life.
How many times have you
There's not.
had a nightmare at night and just like woke up and thought, Peyton?
No,
18.
I've never had that. Peyton Manning has never caused me to lose
Over
any
under
sleep.
5 times. I
I'd say
Under.
over.
Take
I go
the under.
over.
I'll take the under.
I'll go over.
So you've had norovirus and you're also haunted by Peyton Manning.
Take the under on both of those.
And he's a cowboy.
And you're a cowboy.
Again, take the
You're
under
a
on
Peyton
2
Manning
of those.
hating cowboy norovirus infected radio host
Sure.
wearing a Kobe jersey.
Well, not right now, but it is right here. It's right there.
For all the people who are just now tuning in or have never listened to us before, Jeff Lowe has officially never missed one radio show without having some form of LA.
Oh, I got my Lakers shirt on underneath too. Dude, don't even worry. Can't really see. I got it. Don't worry.
You also have the norovirus vaccine injected somewhere.
Again, I didn't have norovirus. I didn't even go to the doctor.
Ooh. Grant sitting real close to the patient.
Yeah.
I don't. Anyway,
Well. What else?
Where does that Kobe game rank on kind of your most
Kobe
memorable
ideas?
sports moments?
I would say that cracks
In
the
your
top
life.
10 for me.
I don't know exactly, but I put it right under the last game of Derek Jeter, wherever that would rank. And I would have to go through, but I'd probably rate it right below Derek Jeter's just game winner.
Yeah.
But just the two were just very similar.
Yeah.
I would just have to say because Kobe shot the ball, 50 plus times? 50 times?
50 exactly.
Okay,
50
50
exactly.
times. And the shooting percentage of that is
He shot 22 of 50. I think he shot 44% from the field.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been worse.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think he shot like 14 or 15 threes. And he only made like 4. But you take those 3 out of it. You take those 3 attempts and he's shooting over 50% from the field.
true.
I also just love the fact that he ended his career on an assist.
Yeah, Kobe's last
That was cool.
last statistic is an assist, which is pretty great.
Yep. And no one else has scored 60 in the NBA this year.
Yeah, most points in the game in
the league this year.
in the league this year, and most points by a player in his final game.
That was really cool to watch. I've never never rooted for Kobe or the Lakers like that I can remember in my life.
Oh, I've always
just being
hated.
a Blazer fan,
Yeah.
and I was 100% rooting for Kobe and the Lakers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That was cool.
Now, Kobe aside, what do you think GP2 had to say on the court? What was a couple of conversations? There were so many GP2 interactions and screen time.
True.
What just maybe GP2 and Snoop Dogg. What's the conversation there? It'd be like,
He's probably asking to buy
what's
something.
good, my little nizzle? What's good? You going to the league?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. You getting ready for the prep and the LA lifestyle. What's
What's GP2 saying?
what's GP2 saying? I've said,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know.
I'm
doesn't talk.
trying to say is that he just had a lot of screen time and it was hilarious.
He did have tons. Yeah, and I even saw his Snapchat of him and
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd. He also had one with Jay-Z and Kanye in the
my
same
gosh.
picture.
Yeah.
That's legendary.
And
Did
and
GP2
Kanye was smiling in the photo.
Yeah.
Kanye was a happy
Hold
little
up,
fellow
I'll show
that
you.
night.
Yeah, you had Okay, so the people on the court that game ranged from Jay-Z to GP2 to Adam Morrison. How did
I was
Adam
just going to ask you
Morrison
how
get
you
there?
felt about that.
I mean, Adam Morrison won a title or two.
Adam
He won
Morrison's
two with
just
the
saying
Lakers.
thanks.
2 rings.
He's got 2 rings.
Thanks for the rings.
Same as LeBron, but who's counting?
Adam Morrison, GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, DJ Mbenga was there too. Another guy you're probably not gonna know. I mean, he didn't play a whole lot.
I remember some of the old 2K games.
He was there. He was a guy.
He was a guy.
Yeah.
New guy.
Who else was there?
Kanye.
Kendrick, Schoolboy Q.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson obviously was there. All right, I got a little Kobe quiz for you guys. All right. Who did Kobe average the most points per game against? What team?
Blazers.
Yep, 27.3.
Not shocking.
Fun fact.
But see, that's what made it fun. I was just like thinking about all the games I watched or went to that were the Beat LA games, and those were just so much fun to go to. I don't know. Those were my favorite as a kid.
Side note for Jeff. Will you be trying to find the custom I Feel
No.
Like Kobe shirt?
No. No chance.
Why does Jay-Z look like he just like went to the bathroom in his pants and he has
Because he kind of always looks like that.
real nervous in daycare?
One other side note. Other than Kobe's 81-point game, the most points Kobe ever scored was against the Blazers. 65 points.
Yeah, I know that.
In 2007.
I remember that.
So, just saying.
He's torched the Blazers one too many times.
Oh, that's awesome.
To numb it out of my memory. So
I know, it's great. That's 2000 Western Conference Finals. Kobe to Shaq. Man, good times.
all right, well we're winding down on the Kobe talk here.
That's okay. We can move on.
We're going to take a few PSA breaks here, and when we come back, we're going to jump headfirst into the NBA playoffs. But I don't think I've teased it yet. If you are listening, you're new to listening, or you are a returning fan, especially with Jeff coming back, probably ranked in a few more people to just be like, I got to tune in now.
I told my mom, so she might be listening.
Really? We got a
I know
We
my
got the LA
roommate,
crowd, then.
Sean was listening too.
roommate listening. So if you want to tweet at us, join the debate, you could hashtag Second String Sports or tweet at our show at Second String KBVR on Twitter. You want to give your sentiments to Kobe, say what you think Jeff would be like as a Cowboy, give your condolences for his current diagnosis of norovirus.
Again, I don't have norovirus, but
Either way, you can tweet at us throughout the whole show. We got a whole nother hour coming up. We are 10 to 12 every Friday on KBVR. Second String Sports, stay tuned. We got some NBA talk coming up next.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C. Look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D. Show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have to.
Ta-da! Twinsies.
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org/OR. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him opening his own clothing store at the age of 18? 1 in 138,000. Excited to be a part of pop culture, he packed for the big city. The odds of finding someone to invest in his vision? 1 in 4.5 million. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. I encourage you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Can you tell if this burger contains bacteria that could cause kidney failure? Listen. You can't see it either. Use a food thermometer to be sure you've cooked meat and poultry to a bacteria-killing temperature. Raw or undercooked meat may contain bacteria that can make you very sick, or worse. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.